So today I want to talk about something that really doesn't get talked a lot about in real estate, at least not outside of just realtor to realtor, and that's turnover rate. But turnover rate's really important for a couple reasons. So today I just want to cover what it is, how you calculate it, and why it's important. For me, turnover rate's a pretty important number, probably more important than it is to other people. In fact, you're not going to find turnover rate on sites like Zillow or Redfin or anything like that. Why, I can't tell you. But in a nutshell, turnover rate is how often people move in or out of the neighborhood. So the higher the turnover rate, the more churn there is in the neighborhood. That means more people leaving, more people coming. Okay, but why is that important? Think of it this way. The more people that are moving in and out of a neighborhood, the more churn there is, the harder it is for that community to kind of establish roots and build this kind of sense of belonging that good neighborhoods tend to have. And if you're someone like me who has kids, that's pretty important.
7, do you need a receipt?
No, I'm good, thank you.
What are you up to today?
Just looking at houses. I want to live in a neighborhood that I know my neighbors, they know me, they know my kids, I know their kids, the kids grow up together, just the whole community thing. So how do we calculate turnover rate? Well, it's pretty easy actually. So we just take the number of homes that exist in a neighborhood, we divide that into the total number of sales in that neighborhood in the past year, buys and sells. We divide the big number into the little number, and that will give us our turnover rate. Now, what's a good turnover rate and what's a bad turnover rate? Well, that's really a matter of opinion.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
For me personally, on a newer neighborhood, say built in the 1990s or later, I'm looking for 7% or less on the turnover rate. More than that, and I start getting uncomfortable. The good news is this is very doable in Austin. I was just in Circle C, which runs about a 6% turnover rate. Before that, I was in Meridian. Meridian runs about a 6% as well. So you can definitely find it. The one thing to be careful of is there are neighborhoods in Austin that are going to run closer to a 10 or a 12% turnover rate. And those I would definitely avoid. On an older neighborhood, say built in the 60s or 70s, you're probably going to want a lower turnover rate. Older neighborhoods tend to scale down or trend down on turnover rate. So I would be looking on an older neighborhood at probably under 5% for a perfect turnover rate. Good example is Shady Hollow. Shady Hollow is an older neighborhood and it tends to run about 4.5% on turnover rate. So again, you can definitely find these. And I know that turnover rate isn't everything, but I do think it gets overlooked by most buyers. And while you're looking at schools and commutes to work and grocery stores nearby and all that stuff, I would look at turnover rate too. It's one more tool to analyze a neighborhood and make a really good decision. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. If this was helpful, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.